Hello guys, welcome back to our video series on CSAT. So today we will be having the second lesson for logical reasoning, and in this lesson we will again take some buckets from this topic of CSAT. So particularly we will take up blood relations. Okay, we will talk about blood relations, and after that we will talk about seating arrangement. Okay, here we will solve some PYQs, previous year questions of both these topics. Okay, we will solve these together, and also you will be given some homework assignments. So let's take the first PYQ of blood relations. So before starting the PYQ of blood relations, first I have to just mention that how to structure the problem of blood relations, how to approach these problems. Okay, so you can easily solve these questions through mapping. Okay, if you create a tree, a family tree or a family map. Okay, let's say it's given that A is father of, not say father, let's say A is husband of B. Okay, so when A is husband of B, we will show the relationship that these are married couples by a horizontal line. Okay, by a horizontal line. Secondly, since A is male, we will show a person who is male by a box. We will put the character denoting him in a box. Similarly, for a woman, we will try to put the character denoting the female in a circle. Okay, so this line, this horizontal line, marks that these two are couples, these two are married couples. A is a husband. Okay, A is a male, and that's why there is a square box here, and B is a female, that's why there is a circle here. Okay, secondly, let's say C is their daughter and D is their son. So to show the offsprings of this couple, we will use this type of map. Okay, so these two are the offsprings, C and D. Okay, and C is a daughter, so C will be showcased using a circle and D with a square box because D is their son. Okay, so in this manner, if you try to map it out, okay, so this is first generation, this is second generation. If you map it out, if you create a family tree, then solving such questions become very easy. Okay, you are able to visualize what is given in the question and what is demanded by the question. Okay, you are very easy, you are able to visualize all this if you do this. Okay, now let's take the first question. Okay, which is very easy question. Okay, it's a very easy question. So let's say this question says that if A plus B is given somewhere, then this means A is the son of B, and if A minus B is given somewhere, then A is the wife of B. Okay, if A plus B is given, then A is son of B, and A minus is given, then A is the wife of B. Now the question asks us that what does this expression means? Okay, what does this expression P plus R minus Q? What does this mean? Okay, now P plus R. What does P plus R say? P plus R says that P is the son of R. P is the son of R. Okay, so if we try to draw it through a family tree, then R has married someone, we don't know that someone, and as a result of that marriage, P is a son out of this marriage. P is their boy. Okay, P is their son. So here I made a mistake, okay, which you can easily point out. So P is the son, so P is a male, so P should be in a square box. Okay, but here we don't know the gender of R. P is the son of R can be P's mother, R can be P's father too. Okay, so we will stop it here only. Okay, now let's see the second statement. Second statement says that R minus Q. Okay, the second part says R minus Q. That means R is the wife of Q. Okay, so let's try to draw it here. Let's try to first write it. R is the wife of Q. Okay, so if we create a map for this second statement, this is for the first statement, this tree. This second statement's tree would be like this, that R is the wife of Q. So Q and R are couples. Okay, and R is the wife. So R is a lady and Q is a male. Q is a male. So Q is like this. Okay. If we combine these two together, if we combine this first mapping, first tree and second tree together, then Q can come here. Okay. Because these two are married. Q is a male. Q is the husband in the marriage and R is the wife in the marriage. Okay. So combining 1 and 2, we get this. Okay. So R and Q have married and their son is P. So P's mother is R, P's father is Q. So what is the right option here? Q is the son of P. No, Q is the father of P. Is Q the wife of P? No, Q is the father of P again. And is Q the father of P? Yes, C is right. Q is the father of P. Okay, so this question asked us the relationship between Q and P. Okay, and through the map, through the family tree, we have easily gauge that out. Okay, so drawing a family tree makes it easier to visualize the problem. It makes easier to interpret five or six statements which are given. Okay, it becomes very easy for you. Okay, now let's see another question. This will be a little bit trickier. Okay, this the previous question was very easy. Okay, you can't afford to lose marks in such a question in such competitive exams. Okay, now this question asks us to consider the following relationships among members of a family of six persons. Okay, so this is a family and it has six people. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, first of all, the number of males is equal to number of females. So out of these six people, three will be male and three will be females. Okay. So first we have got this. Okay. Now we have to also identify who will be the male and who will be the female. And this will also help us in designating that who will be the son or who will be the husband or wife in a marriage. Okay. This is very useful thing which they have told us. So three are male and three are female. A and E are sons of F. So A and E are sons of F. So if we try to create a mapping for this, it will be like this. So F has married someone, and out of this marriage, there are two people who are born. A, who is a son, so he's a male. Yes, and E, who is also a male because he's a son. We don't know about F because F can be the mother of both these A and E. He can be the father of both these. Okay, we don't know. But what we have got is that we have got two males out of three. We knew there will be three males. So out of these three males, we have got to know that A and E will be the two males out of these three. Okay. D is the mother of two. Okay. D is mother of two, one boy and one girl. So D will be marrying someone. Okay, would be in the marriage with someone, and out of that marriage two people are born. One is a boy and one is a girl. Okay, so this is the girl and this is the boy. We don't know which one is the boy, which one is the girl. Okay, but D, who is a female, has married someone. Okay, this third statement tries to convey to us this map. Yes, this family tree. Yes, D is the mother. So we have got one female who is D. Okay. B is the son of A. B is the son of A. So A would have married someone. And out of this marriage, B has been born, who is a male. Okay. So one thing we must mention that if we are seeing males, we have got all the three males A, E, and B. So rest will be females. Yes. So F will be a female. D is a female. And who is left? A, B, and C will be a female. Okay. So here we can write F as a female. Okay. F as a female. Now B, A is married to someone and there is B with us. Okay. There is only one married couple in the family at present. Okay. There is only one married couple in the family at present. So, first of all, we have two couples in the first tree. F is married to someone and A is married to someone. In the second tree, D is married to someone. Now, if there is only one couple, then D has to marry one of them. Yes, D has to marry one of them. So, if let's say, but D is a female, so D cannot be married to F. who is also a female. So D has to be married with A. Yes. So D is in marriage with A. So D and A are husband and wife. Yes. This is the only option which we are left with. So D is in marriage with A. D is married with A. Okay, according to the statement, because she can't be married with F because F is also a female. Okay, we are looking a very conservative view of a family in these CSAT questions. Okay, now D has two uh, like children. One was a daughter and one was a son. So we got to know the son, who is B. Okay, now there is also a daughter, and only one character is left now, and that is C. So C will be the daughter, correct? So we can also write C here. So this is the family tree which we have got. Okay, this is the family tree which we have got. If I try to create it again, then F is a female. She has married someone. Okay, out of this marriage there are two people born: A, who is a male, and E, who is a, sorry, F, who is a male. Okay, and A has married D. Okay, and out of this marriage two people are born. Okay, one is C, who is a female, and one is a boy, who is a male. Okay, you have to go step by step and interpret all the statements one by one. Try to interpret what one statement says and what, how can this be fitted, how can this be fitted into one of the family trees we have created, or is there a new family tree which can be created out of it? Okay, so for first statement, out of first statement we created a new family tree. Out of the second statement we created a new family tree. Out of the third statement, sorry, out of fourth statement we use that fourth statement to fill one of our family tree, and similarly using fifth statement we filled one of our family tree. And the first statement was very useful guide in telling us, in designating who is male and who is female. Okay, so let's see what will be, what statement will be right. So in this question there is only one married couple, so I guess, or there is a guess that F's husband has died here. Okay, F's husband has died here. So the first statement is A, B, and C are all females. This is wrong. A and B are males here. C is a female. A is the husband of D. This is correct. A is correctly the husband of D. E and F are children of D. So D is here, but her children are B and C. So this is wrong. And D is the daughter of F. D is not the daughter of F. Okay. So this is also wrong. D is the sister-in-law of F. So this is also wrong. So the correct answer is just B. Okay. So this was a very tricky and interesting question. Okay. The method remains the same. It's just that the statements will be increased or some new information will be added for you. You have to just go one by one, interpret the statement, create new family trees if possible, try to fill the existing family trees if possible. Okay, with the help of the statements. In this manner these questions are solved. Let's take another one of these. Okay, a family of two generations. Okay, there are two generations consisting of six members: P, Q, R, S, T, and U, have three males and three females. Again, there are three males and three females. There are two married couples and two unmarried siblings. Okay, we have been given a lot of statements. Okay, we have been given a lot of information. First, there are three males and three females. There are two generations, and there are two married couples and two unmarried siblings. Okay, there are two unmarried guys and these two are siblings. Okay, now U is P's daughter. Okay, so P is someone here. He has married someone or she has married someone. P is he or she, we don't know. Okay, and out of this marriage there is a daughter who is U. Okay, so this is correct. This is the first family tree. And Q is R's mother-in-law. Okay, so this is interesting one. Q is R's mother-in-law. So Q has married someone. Okay, out of this marriage some person has been born, and this person has married R, right? And here Q is R's mother-in-law. So if Q is mother-in-law, then Q should be a female. Correct? Q should be a female. Okay. Also, we are given T is an unmarried male and S is a male. Okay. So we know there are three males and three females. So let's say who are males and who are female here. Okay. So males, T is a male, S is a male. We don't know the third one. For females, we have U as female, Q as female. We also don't know the third one. Okay. Now there are two married couples. Okay, there are two married couples and two siblings, two married unmarried siblings. Okay. Now there is a possibility that P can be married to Q or P can be married to R. Okay, there is only these two possibilities, because if not, because there are only two married couples. Okay, for two married couples, P should be either married to Q or P should be married to R. Okay, but if P is married to R, we will run into a problem. Let's see what. Let's fill P here. Okay, let's create a new diagram. Q is married to someone, P is married to R, let's assume this, and out of this marriage a daughter U is born. Now, how many generations are we showing here? These are three generations, correct? But in the question, there are written a family of two generations, just two generations. So this is wrong. We can't afford to have this. So P should be married to Q. Okay, P should be married to Q. So P should come here. Okay, P should come here. Okay, and out of this marriage, sorry, Q should come here. So let's make a diagram, new one. P is married to Q. So P is a male. Okay. So we have got all the three males, P, S, and T. So the third will be the last one will be the female, which will be R. Okay. So R is female. Correct. Now P and Q. Since there are two unmarried siblings. Okay. There are two unmarried siblings. One of the siblings, one of the sibling, okay, we don't know who, is married to R. Okay, and there are two other unmarried siblings. One is of course T. Okay, we don't know this, we don't know. One is of course T, who is unmarried. Okay, out of this, one is daughter U and one is S, who is a male. R is a female. So of course R, who is a female, R, which is who is a female, will be married to the son, which is male. Okay, yes, she will be married to S, who is a male, because she can't be married to T because he's a male, also an unmarried one. Okay, so R is married to S and U is the daughter. U is the remaining daughter. So P and Q are married. They have three children: T and U, who are son. So sorry, T and S, who are sons, and U, who is a daughter. And S is married to R. Yes. Now let's see which of the options is right. R is U's husband. R is U's husband. No. R is U's sister-in-law. R is S's wife. Yes, R is a female, and there is a relation of marriage between R and S. So R is S's wife. S is unmarried. No, S is married. And none of the above. No, one is right. So B is the right answer. Yes, you have to interpret all this all the information. Okay, you can't just ignore one of them. If we had ignored that there are two generations only, then P could have been married to R also. If we had ignored that there are two married couples, okay, then three generations would have been built out of this. Okay, if we had assumed that we didn't know that two unmarried siblings are there, then filling this information would have been tough. Okay, now we have to consider all this information, we have to take them and we have to try to draw them using family trees. Okay, so I hope this was an interesting and a little bit tricky question and you have understood it. Now let's go to seating arrangement part. Okay, seating arrangement part, this is very easy part, okay, of uh, logical reasoning. Blood relations was also an easy topic. Okay, you just need some practice in it. Okay, if you would have done like 15 to 20 questions in blood relations, you will be very comfortable in such questions. Okay, and your confidence level will be good enough. Okay, even if there is a very difficult question, you would be confident enough to attempt it and solve it. Okay, so practice is very important in questions like blood relations, and PYQs are one of the best things to take up for that. Now let's go to seating arrangement. This is also very easy and scoring part of CSAT. So we are given, what the question says is A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. Okay, 8 people. are standing in a row facing north. Okay, so north, let's say, is here, and these people are standing here in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 rows, 8 seats. Okay, B is not a neighbor of G. Okay, so these are statements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these are telling us something. So B and G are not standing together. Okay, B and G are not standing together. Despite of this information, we can't say we can't put someone in any of these 8 places, because it's just saying that B and G are not neighbors. Okay, G can be here, G can be here, B can be here, B can be here. They can be anywhere. Okay, F is to the immediate right of G. Okay, so if G is here, then F is here, and neighbor of E. F is neighbor of E. So one neighbor is G, then the other one would be E, which should be at F's right. Okay, so F is on the right of G and on the left of E. Yes, G is not at the extreme end. Okay, so there are a lot of places, one place, or let's say two place or three place. There are a lot of places, or at least one place in the left of G. Okay, in the right of G there are F and E. Okay, so it's given that G is not at the extreme ends. G is not here, not neither here nor here. So we know that F and E are to the right. So if G is not to the extreme left also, then there would be some places, some place, at least one place, which would be filled by some characters. Okay, A is the sixth to the left of E. Okay, now this is interesting and it is the most informative one. Okay, till now A is the sixth to the left of E. So if we go to left, then the sixth one would be occupied by A. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here is A. Maybe there would be another one here. Let's leave a blank. Okay, so A is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A is the sixth on the left of E. Okay, and H is sixth to the right of C. Now we don't know where C is. Okay, one more information which we were given before was B is not a neighbor of G. Okay, so here in this blank, B cannot be there. Okay, so what are left are C, D, and H. Okay, B is not here. B cannot be here. Okay, so C, D, and H. Okay, now let's how many places have we filled? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Okay, so either this place would be there, or either this place or this place would be there. Okay, only one of these place will be there. Okay, either this will be here, if not, then this will be here, because we have 8 characters to be filled, and we have already seen 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, these three will be there, because A is sixth to the left of E. Yes. Now let's see the last statement. H is sixth to the right of C. Okay. Now H is somewhere, and C is on the sixth position to the right of C. Right of H, sorry. C is there. Now let's say H is there. Let H is here. So the sixth position will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This cannot take place. Okay, similarly this will also be not possible. Okay, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there we will have to add another place for 6C to be there. Okay, so the only possible thing out of this is H should be here. H of course should be here, and C would be here, so we won't be needing this blank. Okay, so H we have got, C we have got. Now we can't put H here, we can't put C here. The only possibility here is D. Of course, D is the only possibility here. And now only one character is left, which is B. B should be here, because this is the only blank which is left. Okay, let me write it clearly. So this is how the ordering is taking place. A, H, B, D, G, F, E, C. Correct? Now let's interpret the statements and see what is the right one. C is to the immediate left of A. No, these are at the extreme ends. This is not right. D is the immediate neighbor of B and F. B and F. Yes, D is the neighbor of B, but not F. So this is also wrong. G is to the immediate right of D. G is to the immediate right of D. If we take D, yes, G is on the immediate right of D. This is right. And A and E are at the extreme ends. No, not at all. A and C are at the extreme ends. So the answer is C. G is to the immediate right of D. To the immediate right of D, there is G. Correct? This is the right option. So again, you have to create some paths. You have to create some empty spaces. You go with the statements one by one. You try to interpret the statements one by one. You understand what the statement says. What spaces can you fill on the basis of these statements? Okay, what you just saw, that we first filled the spaces using second statement, then third statement, then fourth statement, and then at last first statement was used. Okay, you have to remember that one statement was not used. Okay, it has to be used further down the line. Okay, you have to be cognizant of all the five statements. Correct. Now let's see the second question, and it is a very easy one. Okay, these type of questions are also asked. A is 16th from the left end in a row. Okay, so there is a row of boys, and A is 16th from the left end. So left end will be here. Let's see, this is the row of boys, and A is somewhere here. Okay, he is 16th from the left end. Okay, so there are 15 boys here. Between, okay, before A, then there will be 15 boys, because A's position is 16th from the left end. So on A's left, there will be 15 boys. Okay, second statement is V is 18th from the right end. Okay, if we see right end here, let's say, so V is somewhere here, and there are similarly 17 boys somewhere here, because V is the 18th one. Okay, these two statements means this. These two statements mean this, because A is 16th and V is 18th from these two ends. Okay, now the third statement says G is 11th from A towards the right. So if A is here, G is somewhere here, and 11th from A, and third from V towards the right end. So from V also, G is towards the right. Okay, from A, G is 11th. So there are 10 boys somewhere between these. Between A and G, there are 10 boys. And third from V towards the right end. So there are around 2 boys here. Because one boy, one second boy, then third boy, which is G. There would be 3 boys here. Now, tell me how many boys will be there. Now, what is asked is how many boys are there in the row? How many total boys are there in the row? We know before A, there are 15 boys. After V, there are 17 boys. We just don't know that how many boys are there between A and V. We don't know how many boys are there between A and V. Plus, we have to also do 2, because we have to count A and V also. Before A, there are 15 boys. After V, there are 17 boys. If we count A and V also, there are 2 boys. Now, between A and V, how many boys are? We should know. Okay, we want to know that. Now, between A and G, there are 10 boys. Out of that, out of these 10 boys, 2 are between V and G. 1 is V. So, between A and V, there would be how many boys? 7 boys. Correct? Because we have to deduct 2 here. There will be 8 boys. We have to also deduct V also, because we are just seeing between these two. We are not included V. Neither are we including A. So, there are 7 boys here. So we have to plus 7. So 15 plus 7 plus 17 plus 2. So 32 plus 7 plus 2 is 32 plus 9, 41. So answer is 41. 15 plus 7, 22. 22 plus 17, 39. 39 plus 2, 41. So there are 41. Okay, students in the line. So B option is right. Okay, so 15 boys from to the left of A, 17 boys to the right of V, and 7 boys in between A and V, and plus we have to take A and V also, because these two are also boys standing in the line, so there are 41 students here. So what we have seen are two questions of seating arrangement. These two questions were of different format. First, wanted you to fill up the spaces. Okay, what will be the order their of their standing? Okay, what will be the order in which people are placed? Okay, students are placed or characters are placed. First question wanted you to answer that. Second one was about how many people are there in the line. You have to calculate that. Okay, through like the number given, what is to the left end from a reference point, what is to how many are there on the right end to from a reference point, and then how many are between these two reference points. Okay, so these were simple questions, you just need practice in them too. Now for your practice, I have given you some questions. Okay, these are blood relations one questions. uh, just look at see the 36th one. P, Q, R, S, T, and U. Okay, this came in 2022. Are six members of a family. Okay, R is the spouse of Q, U is the mother of T, and S is the daughter of U. P's daughter is T, and R's son is P. Okay, this is somewhat on the lines of the P, Q, R, S, T, and U question we discussed. Okay, this is on the similar lines. We discussed a similar question. It will be very easy for you to solve. Okay, and now this question which was asked in 2012. Okay, A is the brother of B, C is the father of A, D is the brother of E is the daughter of B. Okay, so this is also very similar question and easy question. Okay, as for the seating arrangement, okay, this is a question, this is a passage, and there are two questions which are flowing out of that. So you just see from this slide what is how fruitful solving a seating arrangement question is, because in 2018 if you were comfortable in seating arrangement problem, then if you would have been able to understand this statement, then you would have been able to solve two questions. Okay, so seating arrangement questions are easy, they are easy to do. They are asked frequently in the exam, and practice is very important then. Okay, so this is a passage, and you have to check where the offices of A, B, C, D, E, and F are located along a corridor. Okay, so there is a corridor along which three offices are here, three offices are here. Okay, and now you have to check which office belongs to whom. Okay, this belongs to A, B, or C, or D, or E, or F. You have to check that. Okay, some statements are given here, you just try to allot points which are feasible, and then at the end look how the pattern has been solved, and then accordingly check the statements. And this is the last one. Okay, now this is a very interesting one. We are talking about a round table. Okay, we are talking about a round table. In the first question we solved, we were talking about a row, and they were facing north. Okay, this was just a row. Now they are sitting around a round table. Okay, and they are sitting like this. Okay, they are equidistant from each other, so like this these will be seated. Okay, so one person will come here, second will come here, third will come here, fourth will come here, fifth will come here. So these are some statements, and you have to fill the gaps according to these three statements, and then you have to see out of these three statements what are the correct ones and what are the wrong ones. Okay, so according to these three statements you have to plan the seating order, and accordingly out of these three statements you have to check what is the right one and what are the wrong ones. Okay, so in this lesson we have covered the blood relations part and the seating arrangement part. Okay, so I hope that you understood the basics and the techniques of how to solve them. Okay, you understood how to draw a family tree for the blood relations part. Okay, mapping is very important in that. Okay, with mapping we are able to easily distill 5 to 6 complex statements into a visual which can be easily understandable. Okay, and seating arrangement questions, you just try to hit it and try what is the possible order. Okay, you try to make some order out of the statements given. Okay, and you try to find out a feasible one out of the orders you have made. Okay, so these are quite scoring. These are can improve your marks in CSAT if you try to solve. Okay, try to practice questions out of this. I expect from you that you solve around 15 to 18 questions for blood relations and 10 to 12 questions for seating arrangement. we have given you two questions for seating arrangement, and sorry, three statements for three questions for seating arrangement and two questions for blood relations. Okay, so again, if you solve these questions, you can post your answers in our discussion community in Telegram. And now I hope you enjoyed this lesson and understood the concepts we talked about. That was all from my side. Thanks a lot.